And we are back at the top of another Savage stream. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. By the end of this video, you should be able to mine Beam on SimpleMining OS. That's basically what we're going to be covering. I'm going to turn my music down. I just noticed that I did not do that. And so yeah, by the end of this, you should be good to go on mining Beam and using NVIDIA GPUs and SimpleMining OS, hopefully. I haven't like prepped or anything. I did create a test group. I was just kind of goofing around. So this is going to be like real-time stuff. So let's get into it. All right. So let's see. Starting with SimpleMining.net. Links in the description down there. It's not like sponsored content or anything. This is just a OS that I've used for a few years now, and it's pretty solid. I like it. I still use it from time to time. So it just depends on what's going on. But you would go to simplemining.net, go ahead and click, well, once you register, you have to do the whole register thing, you know, where they verify your email address and all that stuff. You have to set up an account with simplemining.net. And once you get that part done, then, and you're logged in, then you will go to download and install, and you would download the appropriate image. In my case, I'm using 10 series GPUs, so I would grab this one right here. If you're using 1650s or 1660s on NVIDIA, you would grab this one. And the image is only, it's less than 500 meg actually, so it doesn't take that long to download. I have already downloaded it. It is right here. Well, let me click on it just to show you what you should experience. Okay, so you click on it to download it. You're gonna go to miniZ, and then you would click save. You don't have to have an account or anything over here. It's kind of like it's public. So then you would click save, and then boom, that's where you would click save there, and then you would grab the file. It is a zip file, but you don't have to worry about unzipping it or anything like that. Not for the process that we're going to use. Then it goes over some settings, bio settings. If you already got the rig up and running on something else, or some other OS, then most of this stuff is probably already done. But if you're not familiar with this, make sure you go through this part as well. And then they cover it as using Balena Etcher. So we're gonna do that. And I already have it downloaded and everything. I showed you that last night actually on the stream. We went to balena.io and grabbed, let me just click on it, just make sure that that link's good. It does look like it's good. So that's the program that you would grab to burn the image. Oh wow, it just totally closed SimpleMining. All right, so that's the one you would grab. And let me go back down here. And I'm going to start Balena Etcher. And then I've got a 32 gig USB, small Samsung USB. We used one of these last night also, and it seemed to work pretty well. It's a 3.1, so it should be a little bit quicker. This should go pretty fast. I'm going to click select image, choose the SimpleMining image, open the target. Now, remember last night, this was a little bit weird. I had to close Balena Etcher and then reopen it after I inserted the drive. So I want to see if that happens again tonight. Like it didn't pick up. Yeah, this is what happened last night too. Now this time it does look like it actually picked it up. All right, so I don't know what happened last night. That was kind of weird, but I had to actually close Balena Etcher and start over. I always show this. You click the little gear icon up here, turn off eject on success, turn off validate write on success, because you don't want it ejecting the drive. This one I just do for speed, but you don't want it ejecting the drive after it's done burning, because you have to modify a file on there, config.txt. So we're going to click flash, Hopefully my machine doesn't crash. All right, so that is off and running. You'll see it'll probably go by pretty quick because, you know, it's a smaller image than what we were using last night, and it looks like about 3 minutes. Okay, so that's good. And then you've got the rest of the instructions here. It talks about, somewhere on here, it'll be the config.txt. Yeah, right here. So you have to edit that and put in your email address. And I'll show you that once we get to that point. But while that's going on, I'll check the chat, see what you guys are up to. What's up, Yashnik? What is up, Jonas P? Nope. Crypto Mining Lifer. Chancoin. What's going on? The Deadwood. What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Chancoin, I don't think so. I don't think you can mix them. And it's got to do with the drivers. You can see which drivers it's using right here. AMD 19.5, and these are 18.2. So with their OS, with Linux, then they have to separate it out. It used to not be like this. Before the 5700s and the 1600 series for NVIDIA came out, it was all one image, which was nice. But yeah, now it looks like you have to grab the correct image. Hey, what's up, Crypto Mikkel? So yeah, Beam forked, what was it, Saturday? I forget. I think it was Saturday. No, it was Sunday morning at block 777777. That's what block they actually forked at, and this is a new consensus mechanism called Beamhash 3. It was an upgrade from Beamhash 2, kind of obviously. It's a variation of Equihash 150_5 or 155, and you know, it's an upgrade to Beamhash 2. Beamhash 3 is more memory intensive, and it tries to saturate a GPU's memory bandwidth, and which will hopefully make it difficult for FPGAs and centralized ASICs to mine. And remember that we are talking about the actual proof of work algorithm, the Equihash algorithm, not the Mimblewimble protocol, because the protocol is for transactions. The proof of work algorithm is for the mining and the blockchain portion of it, right? So that's what we're actually talking about here. It still uses Mimblewimble. It's not going away from that for the transactions. And you can see here that the difficulty, this was during the fork right here. So the difficulty did drop, but actually Vosk brought up a really good point on his most recent Beam video, and I kind of didn't mention it. I didn't even think about mentioning it whenever I was covering this last night, is, you know, it's got a huge difficulty drop, but the algorithm changed as well, right? So there's going to be some portion of the difficulty drop that the actual algorithm change is responsible for. I'm not going to say it's the whole thing, because it's probably not. There probably were some FPGAs and other secret devices on the network, because that's a huge drop. I mean, we're talking 70%. So, but the algorithm itself is responsible for a portion of the difficulty drop. So I wanted to bring that up because I didn't say anything about that last night. All right, so it looks like this is about done. All right, so that's awesome. So now we have to just go into the USB drive that we just burned and see how it says Samsung here. Now, I don't know if this is on everybody's computer it's going to do this, but I've tried this before, like just refreshing. Doesn't work. Nothing really works as far as getting the right information on there, because I'm going to click on it and it's going to have an error, right? Okay, but then it immediately recovers. All right, and that's probably because I don't have the software for actual viewing a Linux file system. Okay, so we're going to click on smos._config. And then open up the config.txt file, and you have to enter in your email address here, where the email address that you used to log on or to sign up for SimpleMining.net. So this email address is what you want to use, the same one. So that way it can talk to the interface and everything will be good to go. Now I'm going to put in my email address here and just click save. Or the one I have registered here. Alright, so that's all I did. And anytime you see this, like after burning it, if you see this, just click cancel. You don't want to format the drive. Don't do that, because you're just going to be defeating the whole purpose of what you just did. So, because you're going to erase the drive again. And the reason that that comes up is because Windows doesn't identify the the file system. Okay, it wouldn't come up if you install it. I can't remember the utility, but there's some utility that's free out there that will let you view the data structure or the data on these drives, but I don't have it installed on this computer. So, all right, so we're gonna right click and choose eject. Then we're gonna uninsert the USB drive and insert it into the rig. And on this rig, I have the extension cable because it's hard to get back there. I got it. You guys can't see that. I was really fumbling around with this thing. Okay, I think it's good now. All right, so then we will fire up the rig. And hopefully we will see. It shouldn't take very long. Now, I have already clicked this, but I don't know. It looks like maybe they've changed the method of adding a rig in here. It seems like used to, if you just had your email address in there, it would show up. But I think there's a button here that says add a rig, right? So you click that, and then it gives you basically 2 hours to add rigs. So anybody with your email address could add a rig to your console, you know, within those 2 hours, right? And I clicked it before the stream here, so I wanted to see, but I did kind of play around with this earlier, and the rig never showed up. But I had not burned a new image, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. So I'm kind of curious. Normally by now I think that it would have showed up here, but let's just see. The rig is actually firing up, and I can hear it. You know, it's getting louder, so it's like the GPUs are actually working and doing stuff. So it's kind of weird. They're not hot or anything, they're cold. So this is strange. Normally it would be in here by now, because it doesn't take very long for it to show up. So now what I would do is, to troubleshoot, I would probably attach a monitor to it. That would probably be the next. Let me see if I have a monitor plugged in here. I actually do. That's super convenient. Okay, so oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I'm such an idiot. Okay, so I'm on the wrong rig. Good grief. All right. All right. Give me a second here. Let me redo this. I've got this cable. I've got the extension cable plugged into a different rig. Good grief. Yeah, earlier I was like, man, this thing is not showing up. Well, no duh. See, that's why live is so cool. Get to see people mess up like that. Kind of funny. All right, so now it'll probably show up. It'll probably be perfectly all right. That is funny. Yeah, I guess if I would have fired up the other OS, I would have seen it in there and been able to figure it out pretty quick. So this is the first time that it's booted up on this image, because you know we saw that we just booted off of it. or we just burned it. So it's going to probably take a minute, but it should show up in here fairly quickly. And there we go. Okay, so there it is. All right. Yay. It's weird it pulled that config there, but okay, whatever. Okay, so now we've got to determine, all right, so the goal here is to mine Beam. And what I wanted to do actually, because that miniZ from last night, it never started working on the other OS. It did not ever, because remember we left it as though I was just going to let it sit there for a while. I think I let it sit there for about an hour and it never did anything. I think they're missing some libraries, or there's missing some files on there that it needs to actually work. So I wanted to see, I want to try to use miniZ with SimpleMining and see if it works on SimpleMining. I don't know if it will or not. Most people use Gminer, but I figured we would give miniZ another shot here and see if it works. And it's probably not, it's not a situation, see, this is the thing about whenever stuff like this happens in the crypto community, whenever a project forks, you know, to a new algo, you have to give everybody time for things to catch up, right? So you've got the mining software folks that have to work on their part, then you got the pool folks that have to work on their part, then you've got the mining operating system folks have to work on their part, and all this has to work together, right, in order for you to successfully mine the coin. So you have to kind of give them a little bit of time to work stuff out. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can figure this out. All right, so we want to figure out a pool first. So we're going to go to miningpoolstats.stream, and I think I put leaf pool on the thumbnail, so we'll use that one. I do want to play around with sunpool.top. They've got some SSL features and stuff I wanted to check out, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. But I'm going to go to leaf pool, and we're going to click on, probably the easiest thing would be to click on getting started. So it walks you through a lot of cool stuff here, what you need to actually mine Beam. Also has the different command line options, or the miner options for different miners, and you can see which ones you can use here. So this is really convenient. This is good information. It even recommends miniZ, so that's cool. All right, so we'll do that. I am using the Beam desktop wallet, and I do want to point out that I did this last night too, and I learned even a little bit more about it. But if you go to receive, if you click receive here to generate an address, then it generates a new address for you each time you click receive, right? That expires in 24 hours, right? Now, if you're mining to it, you're going to want to set it to never, and then you click close here, and then that address would never expire, right? So let's go over here, and you can see the address that I just generated right here, and it says never. Now I set all these to never, and the reason I did that is because I was using some of these to mine with. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I needed to go back to the pools that I was using and figure out which address I was mining to, and then hit the and then point a miner at it to hit the minimum payout because I'm actually seeing an error over here on the rig. I wanted to see what was going on here. Okay, yeah, it's trying to download a miner that doesn't exist. Okay, so I wanted to, so I have to point the rig at the pools again with these addresses that I use these addresses on to hit the minimum payout so I can get the Beam off the pool, right? I might be able to contact the pool operator and get it another way, but that's why I left these in here. And don't be worried if, let's say that you were mining to an address that has since expired. If you go to expired addresses over here, you can actually come over here to the three dots and edit the address. See, these are expired, so you can't send anything to them right now. But if you edit the address, then you can click activate the address and then set it to never so that you can pull the Beam that were mined to that address. Okay, so if you did what I did and mined to all these random addresses over time, then you know, don't think that you're just at a loss or that you lost those Beam. You know, you can come in here and actually re-enable basically the address. So anyway, I'm going to have this one here set up for mining. So I'm going to right click copy. Then we'll come over here to SimpleMining again. And let's see, actually I need to probably just document this. I'm gonna paste it on a clipboard over here so that we have that, because we also need the pool info here. So we're gonna go over here, where were we at? Pool, here we go. So we need to grab the URL for the pool. So we're gonna go like this. Copy, and then we'll go 3333 for the GPU mining. Okay, maybe we probably could go, since it's a rig, big ass mining rigs. Okay, so since it's a rig, we'll go 4444, okay, because it's a 6 GPU rig. So that's going to be our URL and port information. I'm just writing that down. So we go back over to SimpleMining, we go to group config, add a group, and we're going to search for miniZ. You don't have to do it like that, but you can just scroll down, or you can type in Beam, you know, and it'll get you there, but there's lots of different miners for Beam. All right, so we're going to go with miniZ 1.6 version 3. Let's click that, and we'll give it the name of Beam _ YouTube, and then for username, that is your mining address. So that's the address that you're mining to. So we're going to paste that in there. Nope, that's not right. Did I really just copy the wrong thing? Oh, you know what? It was on my, I didn't copy that down. Right click, copy, paste. All right, good. And then you can put a dot, you should be able to put a dot here. And then in SimpleMining OS, you've got this variable for your rig name. So you can, you know, in this case, we could just give it the name Kessel as the rig name, but you can also use this variable here. So that's what we're going to actually, so this variable right here, so that way any rig that you fire up with this particular USB stick, because remember, the only different information that's on the stick on the USB drive is your email address. So you could plug this into any rig and it will talk to the server, you know, or talk to the interface server, you know, the dashboard, and register the rig with the site and all that stuff. So we're going to put in $rig name like that, and then for the server and the port, that's your server is the URL for the pool. So that's going to be leaf pool, and then the port is 4444. All right, I'm not going to do any options, although for miniZ there's a overclock option here. I don't know if it's going to be in here or not. Actually, we will use it. OCX. So I'm going to use --OC and then capital X. Like that. And then we'll go save or add group. So now we have the group created here. So then we go back out to rig list, put a check mark next to the rig, actions, group config, click the down arrow, choose the group, which is, it was already on it, and then we'll do a reload and then save. You see I'm getting like errors over there. but it should restart here in a second. I might have to actually hard power it down. We'll see. Oh, there it goes. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm really curious. I want to see if this works because it was not working last night. Not with this miner. Not with miniZ. All right, while that's firing up, I'll check the chat. Hopefully I don't get too distracted. What's going on, guys? What's up, Sarth? What's up, Jonas? Hey, Shuby, thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Unknown Crypto, what is up, man? Thanks for registering for the poker tournament. That's going to be cool. All right, so it looks like it is doing the exact same thing as last night. What I'm noticing, let me go, you know what? Let me go over here. Let me look at what they have in here. Because I'm guessing that it's probably one of these parameters that it needs. I wonder if we just copied this and then edited it for our information. Let's see here. Now this one's using SSL though, but maybe it has to. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. I'd love to get this to work. That's funny, it highlighted that. All right, let's see here. We're gonna go like that because it did not have this Beam 3 parameter, and I'm noticing on the screen over here on the actual console that it has the algo as Equihash 1445S. And I don't believe that that's right. It's 155, but it's a variant of that. And then the personalization string has Beam dash proof of work, POW, but it's in red. And I believe that that means that it's either auto selected or something might be wrong with it. So I want to try this, since this is what they said from the pool. We went to the pool to get this information, so I want to see if this is correct here. And it's got 3333 on there. We were using 4444. Okay. Copy the address again. Put that in there. I'm not going to put a rigName just for the heck of it, because it's not in the options. I'm going to leave it just like that. I probably should turn the log off, but yeah, let's try it. It is rebooting. Actually already rebooted. Okay, now, okay, awesome. All right, now for the Equihash version, let me see if you can see this here. it says right here, right there, it's Beam 3 is the version. I don't know if you can see that or not. I am thinking that this might have been the problem last night too, because I don't think that we added that parameter in there. It's a PAR option, PAR dash PAR equals Beam 3, I believe was the actual. I'll double check that real quick. All right, so let's check this out here. So we are mining, so I want to see exactly what we did here. So this one right here worked. So it must be this right here. I don't remember that being in the one for the OS that we used last night. So I'm gonna try it again tonight and see if that actually works. Because it did not hang, well, without it, it hung at the exact same spot as it did last night. So I'm guessing that is probably the case. That it's just that one setting that is letting it work. So that's cool. This thing is really cranking up. There's no OC settings or anything in here. Yeah, 107. That's about right. 107 sols per second. And remember on SimpleMining OS, it's never going to say sols right here. It's always going to have hash rate per second. I mean, I say never. I don't know if they'll ever get that fixed, but it's always, ever since I've been using it, it's always said H there instead of sols. So anyway. All right, so success. We are up and running. Let's go and see if, and actually I can show you the console just to let you know here what's going on. So there you go. So we're good there. And then if we go over to the pool, copy the address, go back to the pool. We should be able to go in here and go to, let's go to home, throw our address over here. And no data yet, looks like. Yeah, see, I didn't give it a name. It does take a little while to start showing up in here. Let's make sure we got that address in there. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, pretty confident that it will show up in here, but the reason that it says no name here is because we, in the miner config, we didn't put that variable this time. So what we can do is we can come over here and actually add it and see if it breaks it. I don't think it will, but should be fine like that. And it will restart. You see, before it was hanging right there, but this time it's not. It gets past it and everything looks good. All right, looking pretty solid here, except for over here on the pool. There we go. Got a refresh. Got the name in here now because we added that rigName variable, right? And that is the rig's name in SimpleMining. You see the name right there. So that's what shows up as the rig name here. So cool. All right, and you can see how it does take a while for your correct solutions per second to show up. It's going to take, you know, some time for it to actually start showing up right. Now this yeah, this is only at 40. So it just takes a little while for things to work out. And that is it. We are good to go. What you guys talking about over here? Was there some type of yeah, I think, let's see, on the poker tournament deal, they might not have actually registered, but what I was saying was that they have sent their donation in so they can register. Now, I guess they haven't registered yet, but that's okay. Yeah, see, I don't have any notifications here, and you're right, it's only 2 people in there. But yeah, you guys got to get registered here for the tournament. If you are interested in playing, hit me up on Twitter or Discord, or CryptoMikel on Twitter or Discord, and we'll give you what you need to actually get registered and stuff. It's just free, like a charity tournament between YouTubers and subscribers and viewers and followers and all that stuff. It's going to be super cool, I think, and that's what we're going to do. And that's coming up on July 11th. So if you're interested in poker at all, or just donating to a charity and trying to get lucky, then be sure you register for that. It should be a lot of fun. I think it'll probably last 2 or 3 hours maybe, and it's a Saturday, if I remember right. So I think it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time on a Saturday. So I think it should be a lot of fun. You want to see the hash rate of the cards, okay? Let's see. And right here. So that is actually higher than yesterday, than what we were seeing yesterday. Crypto Mining Lifer. Okay, so I think to get registered for the tournament, you would go, I think you're already in here, right? You're already in this club. Let's see. Players. Nope. Manage club. Here we go. There you are right there. So what you would do is go to club home. Nope. Go to... Yeah, how do you register? Okay, so you go into the club. I don't know if yours looks like this. Probably not. You probably have some other options up here. But you would probably click on tournaments or something. Maybe schedule. I don't know. I don't know what you would click on up here as the user. Because see, I'm the club manager, so mine's going to look a little bit different. Okay, so it's schedule. And then it'll show up right here, and then you would click on it, either double click on it, or you might have to click register right here. And then that'll let you in there. Yeah, but everybody's invited to that. Everybody's invited to play. This is not something, it's a charity event, and we're going to require or ask for donations, right? And then the donations is going to be all for charity. We're working on maybe some first, second, third type prizes, you know, or maybe a little bit of crypto or something, but not from the donations. It would be separate from that. So we'll probably do something, you know, so that it's kind of one of those things where you're not doing it just for charity, even though you should only want to do it for charity. But I get it, you know, people want a little bit further time. I understand, especially if you win, you know, it's like, cool. So yeah, basically the whole planet is invited to this, but there is a limit of 2,000 players. So if we get close, we'll probably have to do like some type of a shootout tournament or something where there's more tables. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Just hit us up on either, I mean, even if you're watching this after the fact and you want to know about the tournament, just hit me up in the comments. I can send you the information that you need to get signed up. I mean, if you're familiar with PokerStars, you can see the club name right here. You know, it's pretty obvious, right? So if you just join this club, if you put in a request to join this club, 3642649, then you'll pop up in here whenever I open this up, and I'll be able to approve or disapprove. And then from there, you'll be able to register for the tournament, okay? But remember that we're asking for the donations as kind of, it's not entry for the tournament, but it's kind of like the thing, right? So we're trying to raise money for charities. So don't just register for the tournament and not follow the other guidelines for sending the crypto to those addresses and stuff. But again, you will learn all that information once you hit us up, you know, through social media in some way. And then we can feed you the information that you need to actually get signed up the proper way and send the crypto. It's $10 is basically what we're asking for a donation of. And so we should be able to raise pretty good amount of money, I would imagine, for a charity. And eventually we'll, you know, one thing that you have to do, or you should do, whenever you send the crypto, is also identify the transaction ID. So you need to send it to us, right? So that we know that you sent it and can validate it. And then also let us know what charity you're playing for, right? Normally it would need to be one that is that accepts crypto. Doesn't have to be, I guess, but it would make things a lot easier if it was. So it's yeah, I don't know how much BTC it would be. It would be what, 0.002, something like that. I don't know. I can't do math. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. I guess I'll leave poker up if you want to play a little bit. We do have home games in here. We're just goofing around. I'll go ahead and fire up a table here. So if y'all want to play, I'll be in there. Just fun stuff, fun money, play money. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow night. We'll probably I'm probably going to recover some things for the other OS that we were using yesterday, so that we can maybe see if those settings that we did tonight work with the other OS. So that's probably what we'll do. I'll see you guys. Yashnik's already all in me. All right, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.